Hello and welcome to the second part of the review of DC Comics Earth 2 series. We continue on with the second set of issues which I have in trade, and basically it's issues 7 to 12. So as we begin with a flashback. We'll be getting a lot of this in this series. This is before the death of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. We see a mission they are trying to carry out. The important thing here is Terry Sloan, Mr. Terrific. Well, I don't think he was ever called that way in this universe, in this version of events. Mr. Terrific is fighting alongside them back in the day, and he betrays them. He has a master plan, we'll see down the road. But basically, as we can see here, he used to be like the fourth hero. Let me get this panel. Well, it's in all this, but one of them is pretty clear. Here you can see this version of, basically he's Terry Sloan, this version of, let's call him Mr. Terrific, fighting alongside the superheroes of this earth, the Wonders as they call them. And the team splits. And the other important thing we must keep from this flashback is that Terry Sloan, this person here, has an understanding of multiple realities, multiple universes, and so does the Mr. Terrific of the at the time established DC universe. So in a way, as we know, the Mr. Terrific from, let's say, the mainstream universe is basically he's made by the Mr. Terrific of Earth 2 to travel to that universe and be used by him. The important thing here is, as we continue on with our Justice Society heroes, they're never called that, is we see the Green Lantern and Hawkgirl meeting, being here together, and this is the general of the so-called Earth Army, and Terry Sloan is an advisor in the Earth Army too. And this is the Sandman. As we know, he's like a super spy special operations unit, and they're all called Sandmen, and they're from different countries. And look, this is the Greek one getting kicked in the face by Mr. Terrific. Sorry about that, dude. The main thing here that's happening is Steppenwolf, who supposedly has been beaten, he retreats to a, let's call it a rogue nation, where the leader of that nation, some dictator general or something, has been we're led to know that he's been dealing under the table with Steppenwolf, and basically he's been using apocalypse technology to strengthen his army, and he thinks he can basically, kill off Steppenwolf and be a major player on Earth. But as we soon see, Steppenwolf has some cards up his sleeve. Basically, it's the evil version of Wonder Woman, Fury, and with her help and other super beings Apocalypse Darkseid has, basically he overthrows the general, even though the general has some huge tanks and huge apocalypse technology. Sorry about that beheading. And basically he becomes a ruler. He usurps the dictator, becomes a dictator of this rogue nation himself, and he already has the remnants of the army under his orders. So he will carry on fighting against the world army and Earth too, using as a staging ground this small nation. I don't know if it's small really. Anyway, and he already has, as we'll see down the road, super beings of his own under his command. Oh, and I think I think he mentioned is that he's cut off from Apocalypse because of his previous loss, so he'll basically take over the planet from himself for himself. Now we see the guy who will become the new Dr. Fate. He's called Khalid, or he already has become, but we don't see it yet. And we see Hawkgirl having lots of weapons that she never really uses. We see young Jay Garrick's mom, who is super controlling and obnoxious, as we'll see. This is the Atom looking for Jay Garrick. And what happens is they try to get away. The World Army basically wants to have the new superheroes under its orders. They never managed to catch them, and soon afterwards this is the guy who is Dr. Fate, this young guy Khalid, and Jay and Jane's mom are whispered away to the dimension where don't remember the name of the dimension, is where the Tower of Dr. Fate exists, and there they find Wotan or Odin or whatever, at least a version of him, and semi-evil version, and they have a magical adventure inside the Tower of Fate. And at the end of it, there is some pretty great art here in the Tower of Fate, and a backstory with ancient Egypt and Wotan being there. The backstory is not that great, but it's serviceable. And basically we also get a glimpse of Mr. Miracle and Barda. They are in the ruins of Gotham City. And the bottom line is, at the end of these issues, the new superheroes, the new versions of these superheroes, Green Lantern, The Flash, Dr. Fate, the Atom, they're pretty much all active. They beat Wotan and they are ready for action, because right at the end of this issue, the war against Steppenwolf is about to begin, as we see. So basically I will cut this short, because this is like this for me is what sets things up for the next issues, and the next issues is where things, in my opinion, begin to go wrong with this series. So thank you for watching. This was a short video. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again with the continuation of this series. Thank you. Bye bye.